I cannot believe it's already been 3 years since the launch of the Xbox Series X way back in 2020. Feels like it was only yesterday when that box first arrived at my house. I ripped the cardboard open and the first thing you see is that big bold statement, power your dreams. And it was a pretty exciting time because this was our first look at a proper next-gen console with a bunch of different technologies that would put gamers on a completely different level compared to anything else we'd ever seen before. Now, I will say this, as amazing as the launch was, there was one teeny tiny downside. It was so popular that trying to get your hands on one was nearly impossible. Stock would sell out instantly in stores when it arrived. Pre-orders would sell out pretty much online within minutes. Everyone was desperate to experience next-gen gaming on this absolute powerhouse of a console. It is still very, very popular today and the demand is still very high, but thankfully we do have the stock to keep up with the demand. So why is the Xbox Series X so sought after? What makes it a standout amongst today's next generation consoles? How many Xbox Series X's should one person have? Did I just say X's? Is X's a word? XI? First, let's talk backwards compatibility. As gamers, we know how important it is to preserve your gaming legacy, and that's why the team at Xbox believe your favorite games, your favorite franchises, your progressions, your achievements, and all your hard work, and even your Xbox One gaming accessories should all move with you across the different generations. Not only should you have the ability to play your favorite games from the past without ever having to purchase them again, but they should also look, feel, and play better on the next generation of Xbox consoles. All backwards compatible games run natively on the Xbox Series X, utilizing the full power of the CPU, the GPU, and the NVMe SSD, so there's no need for boost modes or downclocking or anything like that. The benefit there is that the games can perform better with a significantly higher performance than their original launch platform, so you end up with higher frame rates and rendering at the maximum resolution and visual quality. These games will also benefit from significant reductions in load times thanks to the massive leap in performance from our custom NVMe SSD, which is at the heart of the Xbox Velocity architecture. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that when I move generations, my favorite games can come with me. But what about new games? How are the new games going to look? How are the new games going to perform? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the Xbox Series X is the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever. And a big reason for that is the Xbox Velocity architecture. It broke pretty much every barrier in console gaming, delivering a level of speed and performance that we'd pretty much never seen before on an Xbox console. The custom NVMe SSD is the foundation of the Xbox Velocity architecture, delivering 2.4 gigabits per second of raw I/O throughput, which is more than 40 times that of the Xbox One. And it's important to point out that the SSD is specifically designed for consistent and sustained performance. So no melting, exploding, throttling, or anything interesting like that. There's a new next-gen direct storage API that prioritizes lower latency and allows developers to harness the full potential of the Series X's hardware performance, virtually eliminating those annoying long load times. And we now have on-demand texture and detail rendering thanks to sampler feedback streaming, cutting down unnecessary wait times in-game, yes, and resulting in an approximate 2.5x increase in SSD and memory performance. So the Xbox Velocity architecture is no joke. It's made everything faster, more powerful, more efficient, so we know for sure next-gen games are going to perform better than ever. But it doesn't stop there. Games optimized for X and S will harness the full power of the Series X, showcasing the amazing visual fidelity that makes games look and feel absolutely incredible. That includes pushing the best games to their limits with next-gen frame rates at up to 120 FPS. And hardware-accelerated DirectX ray tracing for true-to-life lighting and accurate reflections, all done in real time. With one of the most exciting next-gen technologies known as smart delivery, you'll always be able to play the best version of the games you own. Whether it's Cyberpunk 2077, Call of the Sea, The Ascent, or even Halo Infinite. It won't matter which Xbox console you're playing on, you'll always have the best experience available. Just keep an eye out for that smart delivery symbol, and you're good to go. And because of the custom SSD with its integrated software, games are going to load significantly faster, both in and out of games. So that means more time playing and less time waiting around, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so I've got this sorted. So where am I going to go to find the games? I'd prefer to play a fair few games, but I don't really want to go out and buy a whole bunch of games. And it would be good to get the games the day they release. If only there was a place I could get all of that. It's Game Pass, of course. Game Pass is the one place where you can discover your next favorite game and choose from hundreds of high-quality titles that you can enjoy with your friends and family. There's a huge variety of games across all the different genres, so you know there's always going to be something for everyone. Whether you're into RPG, FPS, story-focused games, or maybe you just like to play the latest and greatest games available. Either way, there's plenty to choose from. And I think I mentioned something earlier about games on day one. You can also enjoy incredible new games on day one from Xbox Game Studios, as well as iconic franchises from Bethesda Softworks, a bunch of indie games, and a whole lot more. The Xbox Series X was completely redesigned from the inside out, giving us a completely new way to experience console gaming. That sleek, monolithic design of the Xbox Series X is the result of combining hardware and software innovations with intentional engineering to achieve the peak of speed and performance. So if you're a nothing but the best type of person when it comes to console gaming, it might be time to power your dreams with the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever.